welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching. Today I wanted to just share with you a requested video about my filming setup. I really wanted to share this video, so I'm very happy that I got some requests regarding it, because I feel like there isn't enough for beginner YouTubers just to kind of get an idea of an easy, on the budget type of setup for yourself when you're beginning YouTube. I know for myself, when I started YouTube, I just was like, let me get my camera, and I read about lighting, so the natural lighting was always the best recommended, so I just made sure I was in front of a really nice lit window, and I had my camera and I started. And then when I looked at my first video, now when I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like there's some errors, but I like looking at it because I feel like I have grown, and I love to see the progress that I've had and things that I still need to tweak. And I think we all have our YouTube channel goals, and so it's always good to know where you started, so that way you kind of stay a little bit more humble, and then also you just respect the whole idea of YouTube a little bit more, and you respect newer YouTubers a little bit more when you go back and reflect on how your channel started. A beauty room is like my ultimate goal for my YouTube channel, but I do my beauty videos out of my bedroom that I share with my husband, which is the master bedroom, and it's a larger room. But when I started to dabble into different things and techniques to try to make my room into a beauty room, I started feeling kind of bad because I felt like my stuff was taking over my room, and when you share it with your husband, you don't want, or somebody else, you don't want your hobby to become something that is an annoyance to someone. So I had to come up with more creative ways. I really struggled with this. I really looked up a lot of stuff and I couldn't find much on it. But now the tips that I'm going to give you, you will have to purchase things, but it's budget friendly, and I think it's appropriate for anybody starting a YouTube channel, because then it gives you what you're needing to just start your channel, to get the look of a channel that you're wanting, and then it gives you that room to improve but still make nice videos while you're in the process of improving your channel. So, like I said, I got very creative. I started off with trying to do shelves on my wall, but I am not a very handy person, and let me tell you, those shelves were very janky and they were falling off. It wasn't a good look. So I had to kind of get more creative. For my backdrop, I will zoom out and I will show you what it looks like now and give you a little movie magic. So here's what my YouTube set looks like zoomed out. What I've done is I found a clothing rack that you can buy at IKEA. IKEA does have them again for $20. It's just a regular, simple clothing rack. And what I've done is I've taken a curtain and curtain rods, and I have put just like you would do on your regular curtain in your bathroom, and I slid it onto the clothing rack, and that acts as my backdrop. And I just zoom in and zoom out according to what I'm doing, and that way I just make sure I stay in the frame so you can't see anything else, which I love, because if you do have a cluttered room, or you have some laundry that needs to be folded or something, you don't have to worry about any of that, because you just hide it and you do your video, and then you go and worry about all that stuff later. So that's why I really love the idea of just pulling a curtain, doing my video. Not that my room is a mess, but it just helps to keep everything nice and tidy within my shot as well. I feel like I don't have to do a lot of fuss to set up things. Eventually, when I move again, I would like to make sure I have an office space that I can turn into a beauty room or something. But for right now, I feel like this works, and it's more accommodable for my husband, and he doesn't have to be bothered by all my YouTube stuff, which I don't think he is, but just in case, I just want to be thoughtful. So that is how I do my backdrop. And then for my lighting, which like I said, I use natural lighting. Sometimes the weather is just really bad and you don't have the proper lighting that you need. I needed to invest in something. I found a setup, and I got it off Amazon for $40. It comes with 3 lights, and I will show you those lights right now. Really good lighting, and I found that I can film at night as well. And I do know that if I turn on a regular light as well as these lights here, it gives me a nice contrast. And it's really about playing with the equipment and making sure you have the proper angles set up for the lighting so that it doesn't cast shadows. You have it at the proper heights. So it is about playing. I still play with it. I still try to figure out things, but I feel like I have gotten a knack for it, and I really like how my videos have looked now. I feel like you can see colors, everything's a little brighter. I really like how it is from my very first video to now. I feel like there's a huge improvement, and I feel good about that. And also a little tidbit is that for my backdrop, I do have several other fabrics. Now you can purchase fabrics from Walmart for like $13. I think it's like $7 and up, just depending on how many yards you get. But normally mine's around, I think, 2 yards, so I normally spend about $13. And you can buy the fabrics, just make sure that they're thick enough so that you don't get any of the, you don't want a sheer curtain so you can see anything in the background. Literally throw it over the clothing rack. I'm telling you, it really, really is a game changer. It really gives you those different elements that you're looking for your videos. This is what I use, and I think it's really good. It's working really well for me, and it gives me that little bit of a leeway to gradually work up to my beauty room, my ideal beauty room, goals there. But anyways, please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That way you can stay up to date with all of my latest videos when I post them. And also please like and share my videos. And like I said, if you have any comments or you have questions about anything, please list it down below, and I will make sure I can answer it the best I can. And until next time, stay inspired. Bye.